And when the bedspread opened, I laid it out. It said, "Be you own rainbow."
Why would it say that?
It was supposed to say, "Be your own rainbow," but the R was the same color as the bedspread.
Yeah, somebody needs to proofread that.
Fail.
Absolute fail. It's like every comment on the internet.
Fail.
Hey there, and welcome once again to the Rural Juror Brewery Tour.
Well said.
Thanks, man. I'm Jay.
I'm Seth.
And tonight is a night we have been dreading. Because tonight, we're going to do barrel-aged beers.
Yes.
And wasn't it my job to add the sound effects?
I just thought I would do it for once.
But then if I do it, it just sounds redundant.
Yes, you do. Wait.
So, tonight we're going to be doing barrel-aged beers. And neither Seth nor I truly enjoy them. And the real question is, do we just like them because we've only ever tried bad ones? Or because we just hate beers that don't taste good?
Yeah.
So we're about to find out. And tonight, we're going to be...
Now, let's be clear. We also didn't just go and buy beer that we think we're going to hate. We tried to find some barrel-aged beers that we think we will like.
So tonight, we're going to start with an Imperial Hefeweizen from Orange Snail Brewers. Wow. And this one was aged in a bourbon barrel. So
Imperial Hefe in bourbon. Okay.
Right. So think of the spiciness of a Hefeweizen, and then add in that boozy finish from a bourbon barrel.
That would be interesting. Now, do you know why they use oak barrels? Like when we're talking about barrels, do you know why they only use oak?
As opposed to any other wood?
Yes.
No, I don't.
So I was doing some research because someone was asking me about this, and they said, well, why couldn't you use maple? Because it should impart different flavors and all that stuff.
Is it because it's not oak A?
No, it's
Dad
not.
jokes.
No, it's not. It's actually because of the grains. So oak is the liquid doesn't permeate through, but oxygen can still get through to age the whatever's inside.
So oxygen gets through, but water
does not.
Can't.
I know. Yeah.
Oak. Who knew?
Yeah.
Apparently, people who make alcohol.
Well,
So the color of this one is kind of a straw color.
Yeah, very.
Almost a little bit of a light maple syrup color, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say so. Very, very still, but there are little tiny
I got bubbles. I got bubbles rising to the top. Okay, so I'm getting booze off the nose, but it's a mild booze. I'm not getting overpowering whiskey or anything like that.
A peach, but darker, like apricots or a dried apricot kind of smell, even apple.
Okay, yeah. I'll give that apples that are just a little ripe.
Yeah.
I'm getting some of that. Oh, I'm very surprised by this one. Wow. This one is giving me, and this sounds ridiculous, but you know that sweet, lingering, cloying flavor you get off of frosting, birthday cake frosting?
I can really taste the bourbon influence and the wood and all that stuff. I get all of that. I get the Hefeweizen. Wow, this is a really nice, smooth beer.
I'm getting peaches, and I'm getting other stone fruit like that, but a little sweeter than those.
Yes, very much sweeter. Wow.
But I'm not getting the spice I usually get off a Hefeweizen. I'm not getting clove. I'm not getting banana. I'm not getting any of those flavors that I'd expect. The bourbon has subdued that and brought out some of the other flavors.
Yeah, I was going to say, I still get a bit of a spiciness to it, but it's more the bourbon side of that kind of alcohol-y, oaky spice as opposed to the usual spices that would be in Hefe. You're right. It still has that same ting in your mouth that I would say.
Ting.
Yeah, like spices have a nice
ting. Spice go ting. Spice go ting. Well, I guess you learn some ting new every day.
Some people.
I take that personally.
You should. Good find.
Good find.
That's a good one.
Well done, Orange Snail.
Nice job. Yeah.
That was a pretty good start. I'm kind of impressed by that. I mean, I don't like barrel aged, but apparently I don't not like barrel aged.
Maybe it's just been, it's like the wrong girl. You finally find the right one.
So you're saying I don't like girls until I like that one girl?
The right one.
That's not untrue.
It's not untrue.
She's my princess.
Yes. The next one up is Baldr. Not like as in you're going Baldr than me, but it's
not by much. Let's be frank here. I shave it off. Yeah.
I don't know. Only your Undertaker knows for sure. Baldr, B-A-L-D-R. There's no E-R. This is from Little Beast Brewing, and we've had them before. Their artwork is really neat. This one is just,
It's just an arrow through an orange circle.
yeah, there's like some seaweed or something on there. I'm not really sure what's on there, but anyways, this is a Saison, I believe.
Is it an Imperial Saison? Or just a Saison?
And it's an Imperial Saison, actually,
So it works for the Empire. For the Empire! Go
with
on.
peaches aged in Chardonnay barrels.
Peaches and Chardonnay. That sounds nice.
Yes.
This is very much a Saison in appearance. You've got the cloudy appearance,
Yeah,
a
and
little bit
there's
of bubble on top, not too much
A little bit of floaty.
carbonation. Got a very fresh scent.
Very much so. Yeah.
I'm getting fruits.
Yeah, I would say lighter than peaches, like lemons and apples.
Oh no, I think I'm getting peach.
Oh, that is very nice. Wow.
That's really easy to drink. What's the alcohol on it?
Wow, that's really good. The alcohol
Oh,
on
the
this,
finish gets you. The finish is a little stronger than you'd think.
it's like 8.6.
Okay, so as far as barrel aged,
So not
so far
okay,
we're
not
sitting there
crazy.
stronger, but it's not like it's 11 or 14%.
No,
which
no.
I've seen before.
That's right. These are not double digits. But this isn't a really nice balanced beer. But you're right. This is not as smooth as a finish as the last one we had.
Right. And the taste, the tip of the tongue, all the way to the back of the mouth, down the throat, it's fine.
Yep.
But then about 20 seconds later, you get some of that booziness. I feel like this would go really well with spicy food. Well, spicy food and having a designated driver.
Yes.
Because the alcohol is just too present.
Yeah. Actually, I was going to say something more fatty because it's
and
really clean.
I'm a vegetarian. If you're sitting there going, okay, I want some mutton or I want a side of pork belly or something like that, I get it, but it's not something I do. Yeah, very pleasant beer.
But you know what? All things considered, this is still a very drinkable beer.
So, are we ready to throw in the towel and say we're wrong about all barrel-aged beers?
I don't know.
I mean, it's only 2, so maybe we should reserve judgment for now, but there's certainly potential there, isn't there? So we've had 2 in a row that have been pretty good. I'm impressed.
Me too.
Turns out I've just only ever had bad barrel-aged beers.
I have to say I'm in the same boat.
But up next, we have Rodenbach's Belgian Sour Ale, vintage 2017, so you know it's aged. And they've been around since 1821, apparently. This has been aged in an oak foeder.
Fooder.
Foeders. It says aged in oak, Foeders. Foeders.
It's fooder. Do you know what a fooder is?
It's a person who likes food.
And that's a foodie.
Oh, crap.
Fooder is actually like.
Hold up. Just to point out, there's a lot of packaging to get through here.
Yeah, that's
So I'm
right.
going to start now while you're talking.
That's what he said. Anyways, so a fooder. There's a lot of packaging. So a fooder is actually like it's still an oak barrel. However, it's usually enormous compared to what we would call a barrel. So it could be 10.
It's enormous. Also, what he's.
Yeah. So a normal barrel would maybe have like 100 liters or something like that, or I think maybe 200 liters, I guess. But a fooder would be like 2,000 liters, and they're not usually like this. They are usually like this. They sit on their end, and they
Fill a room.
they're big.
It's like a swimming pool full of beer.
Yes.
You've just fulfilled so many of my fantasies.
Yes, I know. Now, the interesting thing is that they are usually, don't break anything. They're usually used, or I should say typically
How
sometimes.
fragile do you think this deck is?
Well, I just finished it, man. Typically, they're actually used for sours, or can be, because the fermentation that happens, they actually ferment in the fooder. And if you get a good sour bacteria in there and everything else, you can keep reusing it, and the yeast and
Oh, it's like that loaf of bread, that cake that they used to pass around a big old nasty bag of stink.
Yes,
and
exactly.
that it would be the starter for your thing, and then you'd make a batch of this loaf, and then you pass another bag of stink to someone else, and you kept your
right.
own stink.
The sourdough. That's right.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's just science.
Science, bitch.
Not science.
No. Like.
Actual science. But nonetheless, this poured with a significant head.
Oh, wow.
But otherwise, there's not a lot of movement inside the beer.
Look, beautiful.
Oh, I'm smelling Christmas cake and rum and
Yeah.
and candied cherries and raisins.
Yeah. Look at the color. And yeah, it's all of those raisins
That's a
and
dark color.
prunes.
Yes, prunes.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you getting enough prunes in your diet?
Oh, that's all raisin and prune and grape and
So sweet.
but still sweet. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this thing won like 3 beer awards.
I could
The
see
World Beer Award winner for Europe, the World Beer Award Gold for Belgium, and the World Beer Awards World's Best Style winner. Nobody's ever offered me that award for having the world's best style. Excellent work. Wow. I am so happy we're doing this episode, and I can finally learn about some barrel-aged beers that are excellent, that make me happy, that don't make me want to just light my breath on fire with the alcohol. These are outstanding.
Yeah. This is a fun night.
I am so happy to be wrong.
But yeah, me too.
Don't tell my wife.
I know. Me too.
Yeah, because she'd never believe it.
No.
No.
Thanks for watching the Rural Juror Brewery Tour.
Well said.
Thank you.
I'm Jay.
I'm Seth.
Check us out next time when we try some more beers.
Make sure you like and subscribe below, especially some of the higher
I
end
prefer
ones.
my Chardonnays to have more bright flavors.
Okay, I can respect that.
I can respect the drop that went on your tummy.
I know it did. It just kind of fell.
So if I rub this and slide it to play,
Yeah.
what am I playing with?
My nipples. It's also called indecent, but will still turn me on. Yeah. Anyways,
So this beer is interesting.
beautiful night.
I feel like this would go really well. Oh, hi.